Hey, you guys, it's Lynn. And as always, I invite some of our masters from our master class. I love these guys. Tracy and Leah are here. I think Stanzi might be popping in. People might be dipping in and out. But I always invite them because they always have amazing input and they're all really, really mastered at this. In fact, here comes Nita. um, we have a bunch of updates. I just kind of want to get everybody like a really good scoop on what's going on with twins right now. We have some new stuff we want to share, and then also some things to watch out for. So I don't expect this to be too long today, but we're just going to bomb through it. And there you go. First thing, watch out in the next few days. Hopefully, I'm going to try to put this together, but what we really want to do is provide a place where you guys can join us in deeper discussion that's not completely public like this is. So when we go on live, a lot of people, kind of want to stay behind the curtain because you don't want to be on live YouTube and have your name show and this type of thing. I totally get it. And not only that, but a lot of these topics that we talk about in the live feed, we don't dive that deeply into it on here just because of there's a lot of things that are kind of like sensitive in nature that we take off into our other groups. Well, the thing is, we've had the hardcore group, we've got the master course group off on the side. We've had those forever, but we don't really have a group for just going over basic stuff and stuff that we talk about in here. Like we have a lot of questions that come through and we don't really have any way to address that. So we are going to open up a new membership group. So in the membership group, it's basically going to be only members, and then we will do our own live feeds in there. We're going to dive deeper into topics you guys want to talk about, have Q&As, and kind of get more into like an interactive discussion. So those are going to be coming. I will announce those when we get them set up. I think we're just going to start with one basic one, but I'm super excited about it because I think it just gets us a way to interact and talk about this stuff more than just doing lives. So there's that. Okay. God is wanting everybody to really understand what's going on with twins right now. We are in go time. What this means is that everything that we have been preparing for is starting to actually occur. It's starting to go down. The processes are in place. The timelines are, well, we're not going to talk about those today because, well, we're just not. But I've never seen twins move like this. So as of like this last summer, twins have been getting the final push to move away what does not serve them. So when we use the word karmic, what we're talking about loosely is anything that is unhealthy, anything that is constituting some kind of barrier or block to the divine path, to the twin flame path, to your twin. Anything that's blocking that. It could be a committed relationship, it could be a marriage, it could be family members, it could be friends, it could be distance, it could be a job, it could be some toxic behaviors, it could be all kinds of things. But as of this last summer, I've done it myself. I'm a DM. I had to completely bust up everything and get rid of everything that was not healthy in my life. Split business, did all kinds of things. And those have been final moves. What we're talking about here is the actual final move to whatever is left that does not serve. We are being pushed, like aggressively pushed out of those scenarios. So, what God has been saying, Stancy might be dipping in here too. She's been getting a lot more of these God says, but some of them are personal, so we're not going to be sharing them in here today. But all the ones that we've done through mission and all our mission work, God is vehemently saying, be on your toes, be at your 100%, move away from what does not serve you. So as of last summer, that's what's been going down. There should not be any movement towards new karmics as of July. There should not be any of that. If you're moving, or if your twin is moving towards another karmic scenario since July, there's a problem. That should not be happening. And don't say this doesn't apply to me. It applies to you. It has always been the case that Um, you know, there's supposed to be karmics there. There's supposed to be these, things there that were barriers until God is releasing them. That is still true. There's still supposed to be some, some type of barrier there, but everybody isn't supposed to be in the process of moving away from those things. So you shouldn't be turning around and going into another one. These are final cuts. So any movement that you or your twin is making should be towards your path, towards your purpose, towards whatever is healthy, whatever is in your best and highest good. So kind of filter everything in your life towards that. And what God has been saying is that this is really happening. I honestly have never seen twins move at the level that they have since this summer. It's real tangible. It's happening across the board. It's trending with all of the twins that are in our groups and the people that I'm talking to literally every day. We're all going around the same corner. So if you are not in that trajectory, or if your twin is going the opposite from what serves them, or opposite from their best and highest good, opposite of their path, towards another karmic, towards another toxic, whatever it is, another bad job, chasing money, whatever that is, I like really think about that and get with God and figure it out. We can help if you need it, but we should all be moving in the same direction. So along with that, do you guys have anything to add? Please interrupt me. I'm used to just talking my brains out all day long. So seriously, interrupt if you guys have anything to add to that, because you guys have all seen it too.
Nothing to add, keep going. But just, yeah, as you said, things are moving fast and things are happening in a way that they never have before.
Okay. Thank you for that. What this means is you're having a lot of people that are getting pushed to their breaking point, to their brink, almost like a volcanic explosion. It looks like it's people are getting pushed so hard against whatever it is that something just snaps and the shit has to go. It's basically that difficult. I've been through it. It's not pretty. It's not fun, but it really is necessary to get to the place where you really get maxed out in what isn't good for you. The thing with that is that twins are reaching a new level of physical integration. So if you are in tune with your twin like you should be really working the soul connection, the 5D, understanding how you feel them throughout the day. Keep on tabs of your twin. You should be connecting with them all the time. You should be going to 5D. You should be telepathically getting them, feeling them throughout the day, but really keep tabs on them so that you can help them the best that you can, because we are so integrated at this stage that now the physical integration is getting more intense, meaning if your twin's stressed out and they're going through difficulties, you got to remember that our vibes are really, really high. So any type of lower vibing energy is going to clash with a higher vibing energy. If you get too much stress, I know myself, I can't handle like stressful situations, toxic things. I can't do it anymore. It legitimately will take me down physically. So if you're facing something that you're moving away from, do whatever you can to protect your twin from that, the energy of it, because if one goes down, the both will go down. If one person gets sick, the other person's going to get sick. It doesn't matter if you're in separation. Most twins are in separation right now. You could be 600 miles apart, and if one gets sick, the other one's going to go down in a ball of flames. So just really be mindful of that. Help each other out. That's why we're connected. But you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of push pull, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety to get through. Sometimes it's one twin, sometimes it's the other, sometimes it's both. It just depends on your journey. So just be mindful of that. God is saying the most important thing is that he doesn't want us doubting. Legitimately, the action and the energy that has been happening since this summer, I've never seen it before. It's intense. It's validated action, and the energy behind it is pretty much traumatic. Just saying.
And Lynn, if I can just interrupt too, about right now, there's a lot of purging going on as well. So like if you feel like you're really emotional, or you just, crying all the time, it could have a lot to do with as well, like the last stuff that we need to purge right now so that we can get ready for the next chapter in this journey.
Really good point, Leah. Thank you for that. Because we've had like several people in the group even this week are like, why am I just feeling like I'm just down in the dumps? I'm like, 3 or 4 of you are actually. It's like the purging has to happen, because when we start to move into this process, we literally have to be at 100% to be able to move into it. So it's almost like every last thing is being scrubbed out. So just embrace it. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It means progress. Just embrace it. Help your twin. Heal them if you need to. Help them whatever way you can. Don't minimize it for them. They have to go through their own stuff, or their whole process gets delayed. So have respect for their scenario. Have respect for things that they have to clear out. And do your best to support each other. Just saying. Super important. That's why we're here. But the purging is real. But the action is also real. And we're moving into a really, really amazing place, you guys. So this is what we're here for. So it's going down. Does anyone else have anything to add about that? Anything you guys have noticed? I think there was something else. Oh yeah, God was saying through Stancy yesterday, he was saying, make sure that you don't doubt. The problem with the doubting is it brings the vibe down. Not only that, if you're doubting, if you're going, well, I don't believe this, or I don't know, whatever it is, you're feeding that to your twin, and your twin is going to be picking up on it. Not all twins understand the intricacies of the connection. So a lot of, especially the DMs, are running around going, I'm feeling something, and they think it's them when they're actually picking up on their twin. So you have to be really mindful not to do this to your poor twin. don't, if you're feeling the doubt, you're going to have to move into a place, flip it. It's a choice. Flip it into trust. Go connect with God and team if you need to, connect with your twin, but really, everything is rocking forward. Some twins are getting pushed to master their connection with team, and also their trust in the team, trust in their twinship and the entire path. So we are seeing a lot of DMs that are really, really like, their twins are being pulled apart from them, even in 5D, so that they are forced to master their connection with God and team. They have to get their own guidance and move into their path in faith. So it's sometimes it doesn't look very pretty, but it always ends well. It's a beautiful process. It's all good. Just try to look at it from a positive standpoint, embrace it, and help as much as you can.
And another thing about the doubt, which also can count as doubt, is even just wondering, a doubt and trust, I should say, is even just wondering if this is real. It is real. Even letting that creep in can even consider be doubt. So yes, it is real. Yes, your twin feels the same way. Yes, your twin wants this as much as you. So you have to really ground into the trust and the faith. And also, it's really important as we're moving through all of this as well, like with the purging and and we're about to move into this new chapter, is keep loving on your twin.
100% of the time. Yeah. Unwaveringly supportive and loving, no matter what. Thank you for that, Leah. That was an amazing point. Even uncertainty. Somebody was like in the group yesterday, I was like, I'm picking up on is there a little bit of uncertainty there? And this is like a really, really strong twin that's like literally about to get snapped into her role. And even she was like, well, I still like, there's some things I wonder about. It's like, get rid of it quickly. And she did. It's like that easy, but she's very mastered. But even the uncertainty of like, what's next, that in itself can be seen as doubt. So we have to look forward to what's next, what's forward. look forward to what's on the horizon and kind of move into it strongly with confidence. So, fun stuff. All right. Somebody brought up something yesterday. I want to bring it up briefly in here. You might hear us rant about it in here because we all have come up across it. Dark is not just your shadow self. Okay, we are in spiritual war. But somebody came to me yesterday in my email about I feel like I went to this twin flame reader on Etsy who I have been having nothing but stabbing pains ever since. I think she did something to me, but she's a twin flame. She's absolutely not a twin flame. If you're telling me in her Etsy ad, she's posing as this twin flame who is doing these readings and assisting twin flames, but she's doing hoodoo, that is not light. So I want to break this down. And one of the reasons that we're going to have this membership group is because a lot of this stuff, I don't want to drag into the details of this like on these lives, but on the side, I think these are really important discussions to have because a lot of the community does not understand this stuff. And this is real. Like we're in the middle of spiritual war. So this is light versus dark. Dark is not just a shadow side of you. That's not it at all. We are here to light up the planet. We are here to bring the vibration higher. Dark's only job, and dark could be all different kinds of things, but the whole agenda is to bring us down. All that is frequency and energy. That's all this is about. That's it. It could be doubt. It could be fear. It could be demonic. It could be witchcraft. It could be voodoo. But I want to make this really, really clear. If any twin flame is not following God, they are not on path. This has, somebody made a comment to me yesterday that was like, but we have to consider that, people are entitled to have their own path. That's totally fine. But if you're going to be a twin flame and you're not following God, you get punted off the path quick. This is a God-centered journey. We are the 144,000. This is angelic stuff. If we are not following God, we are not on path. I know I can't even tell you how many twins I actually, with my own two eyes, saw go off path years ago when all of these walk-ins were coming in because people were refusing to follow God and they were following the woo-woo or the universe. They were praying to the universe and all this stuff. And he was like, I've had it. And you heard God talk. You guys have heard God talk about it. But no, first of all, there aren't that many of us. There's only 144,000 pairs of us in the whole world. So on average, there's only one twin person for 28,000 people on the world. So we're here to do a job. We're here to be led by God. If you're talking about a twin that is doing witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, any type of dark magic, whether it's gypsy magic, Egyptian magic, Indian magic, doesn't matter. So we're going to talk about this for a minute because there are a lot of these healers that are saying that they're doing witchcraft or they're doing spells and they're doing hoodoo, voodoo, whatever the hell they're doing. That is dark. That is dark, dark, dark. There is no black or there's no gray in it. It's all black and white. So we're going to go down we're going to go through this just really, really fast. There's a huge difference between twin flames and witches. I don't care if you're a white witch, a purple witch, a black witch, whatever kind of witchcraft you think you're doing. If you are doing anything at all that moves against the best and highest good of somebody else, if you are doing anything to influence their situation, their life, or their free will, especially, it's one of the worst things that you can do. It is one of the worst acts that you can commit on the soul level. I see people get their souls pulled all the time for doing shit like this. And doing it against twins is the worst act you can commit in God's eyes. He does not appreciate when people are influencing his twins or influencing us away from our twins, our partner twin, or our path. So the problem with witchcraft is, and here's the difference between twins and witches, for example. Twins use their abilities to heal, to purify, to illuminate, and to assist. these are God-given abilities. We are only using our abilities, and we are affecting the unified field. So we're manifesting instantly. When a person is doing witchcraft, when they're doing a spell, they're summoning demons, whether they think they are or not. When they're actually trying to create an outcome for somebody else's life, that is violating someone's free will. That is like the worst possible thing you can do. So if you're doing a spell against someone, or you're even doing a spell, even if it's a love spell, I don't know how many twins I've heard have been like, oh, there's a love spell against me or my twin or whoever. That spell is basically influencing that person's free will. So if you're wanting someone to come back to someone or stay around someone, that's a violation of free will. That is one of the worst things that you could possibly do, because God has given us free will. That was his greatest gift to us. So he doesn't take it kindly to that when you are influencing that from someone. When twins, like for example, when like people tell me all the time, like, oh, I think you're doing dark because you're taking down dark. What I'm doing is I'm removing the influence. That's all we do, is we basically prevent the influence from being affected. We don't change somebody's free will. We don't affect what any choices anybody else is making. We simply prevent them from being able. We remove the dark intent is what we do. So they're left with nothing. We're basically disarming them. It's like we're not walking up and hitting somebody with a baseball bat. We're taking their bat away is what we do. So there's the difference.
We clear and we protect only.
Yep. Thank you, Leah. Yeah, we clear it out. We get rid of whatever the violation is, basically. So, and then we protect from any of it being able to get in. That's it. That's all we do. So, and if there's something demonic there, hell yeah, we'll get rid of it. No problem. Someone told me a long time ago, and this person knows this stuff really, really well, but they said, you guys aren't, like, there's no way to remove voodoo intent from someone, especially because once they go to the grave, they can actually take it with them and they can do it beyond the grave. Their soul will continue to do it. It never stops. The only person that can stop it is the person that actually sent it. That's not true either. I've been doing it for 6 years. We've been killing intent for years and years. Leah went in and cleaned up a whole bunch of it yesterday. That's what we do. We can do that. Certain people, that's their role. So if you guys are experiencing any of this, reach out to me. But that's something else that I really want you guys to use your discernment when you are having somebody do a reading for you that's saying that they're doing anything having to do with a spell, anything having to do with witchcraft, voodoo, dark magic at all. Run. Just fucking run. I'm sorry. But the last thing that you want to do is present to them as a twin, and then basically you just put a target on your head. Don't do that to yourself, and don't do that to your twin, because if you get hit with it, it goes right to your twin. So it's like a double whammy. It's never good. Just really, really be mindful of that when you're moving through the community, because I don't know how many of these I've had to clear out over the years. And even people have come and said, what the hell is going on with my twin, or where's this coming from? And then the next question to them was like, well, who in the hell did some healing on you recently, because it was a bad shaman or it was somebody that's doing dark shit presenting as a twin. Twins are targeted, are being lured all the time. It's just a dark tactic. We're smarter than that, and we are more powerful than all of this stuff. Discernment is going to be your best friend in it, so just be mindful. So there's that. Leah, do you have anything to add to that? I know you.
Well, the last thing to your last comment, twins are walking targets. The whole purpose of twins is to fight dark. The purpose that twins were even created was because of this spiritual war. It's not to have long walks on the beach and romantic candlelit dinners. This is a spiritual war. We're supposed to come together in the time and in the way that we're supposed to come together to raise the vibration of the earth. This is spiritual war, and I cannot stress that enough. That's the whole reason for twin flames. So anything outside of God, outside of your holy team, is not going to is not going to be in alignment with this journey. So if you feel like you need to make a choice between God and anything else, well, then I can tell you 99.9% of the likelihood you are not a twin. There is no choice. It's God, team, and your twin. That's it. Nobody else. Twins are walking targets, and I have such a strong distaste for dark because they are constantly on top of us. I've seen everybody in this group constantly have to fight dark. You leave your front door, wherever you go, whatever you do, dark is always on top of you. They're going to try to find any way to weasel in. That's why there's zero tolerance and zero patience for dark. So anything, hoodoo, voodoo, I don't care what it is, it's not in alignment with this journey. It is the enemy. This is one of those few things in life that are black and white. There is no in between.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Here's the deal. Like, all of us are way stronger than all of this stuff. I mean, really, it doesn't take that long to learn how to do it. And we are going to be opening some of these membership groups so that we can do the group clearings and protections. You guys can go in and learn this stuff if you want. Leah and I are putting a lot of stuff together so that you guys can have access to this stuff too. We've been teaching it forever. I've been teaching it for like 6 years in the groups privately and like in the masterclass. But we are going to have some membership groups that basically are learning to connect with twin, learning to connect with team, learning to clear, protect, all of this kind of stuff. We did astral sex yesterday in the master course. That was a good one too. We'll teach you guys that. Every twin should be doing astral sex. So there's that.
Just another thing as well, if I can add about that too,
Sure.
like if anybody that's practicing hoodoo, voodoo, whatever it is, witchcraft, the whole practice is like you're summoning stuff to you. So that's not holy. It's so it's you can even say you're a white witch. There's no such thing as a white witch. It's like, so if you have a witch that's saying I have a relationship with Michael, how do you know that's really Michael? How do you know that's your holy team? Because if you're practicing anything, you're not going to get any guidance from team. You're not going to get any guidance from God. I can't tell you how many twins went off path because, one, they did not build their connection with God and team. They did not follow God and team like they are supposed to. God and team are not going to guide you in what you need to do in your journey if you are following something else. And totally lost my train of thought right now. But so there's so much I have to say on this topic. That's why. So they're not going to follow. And so you don't know. It's not by practicing something else. How are you going to have your discernment? How do you know what's holy and what's not? Because according to God and team, whatever it is that's pretending to be Michael or pretending to be anybody else is the enemy. So there is no in between here.
Yeah. Really, yes, absolutely. Good point, Leah. It was like 2 weeks ago, the very last video that we did, we talked about being able to screen. Like, you should know who you're talking to. There's no reason not. Like, we did this in the last live. You should be able to screen out exactly who you're connecting with. Any Michael, you should know. You should be able to test them. It's easy breezy. Go to the last video and look. See, Jasmine saying, hey, Lynn, it's me from yesterday. The woman that was telling you about also gets mad at people saying, God bless you. She hates the word bless and she blocks anyone who says that. Yeah, that is an indicator right there. I mean, if any single person, if you even want to like ask these people, if you want to ask a healer or reader, oh, you're a twin flame, huh? Okay, well, then praise Holy Father God 3 times. If they can't do that, run. Like, they shouldn't have a problem with that. And truly, if they're a twin flame, they shouldn't have a problem with that at all. So, I mean, honestly, we have to really use discernment in who's around us, who we associate with. I even heard about 2 twins yesterday that used to be twins, but they're not. One of them kind of like thought they were listening to God, walked off path. And then the other one followed them right over there. And God was saying about that. He was like, well, if I'm having a twin follow somebody who's no longer a twin, who's actually following dark, then they're not a twin either. I'm like, geez. It's like there's no room for this anymore. We're supposed to be powerful. We're supposed to be moving into a holy path. We don't have room for dark crap to be, for you to just invite it in and open the door to it. It just doesn't work like that.
And we're responsible for clearing our dark. That's another thing. Like, that's part of our job. Twins have gone off path for not addressing their dark. That's another thing. So it's like, so why would you go to somebody or have somebody heal you that's going to just bring more dark in? It doesn't work that way. So
No.
be careful who you go to for readings, for healings, for whatever, because we're walking targets. You don't know what they're going to bring into you or what they're going to send your way.
Yeah. Listen to this. Jasmine saying, I started feeling weird hours after I booked that one reading with her, and I would randomly hear a female voice saying negative stuff. Anything that you're hearing, because twins have abilities, right? You should be hearing stuff. You should be getting stuff. You're getting stuff coming in all the time. If it's anything other than 100% unconditional love, or if it's anything other than something holy, if it's something against your twinship, if it's negative like this, it doesn't belong in your head. So if you're getting that from somebody who's supposed to be a healer, that's a contradiction. That doesn't mesh out. Get rid of it. And don't even, I mean, it should be one red flag. You shouldn't need more than one red flag, right? So if somebody doesn't feel right, just turn around and walk away. Because it really doesn't take them long. It takes them like nothing. I've seen people get hit with voodoo just by taking a book from somebody. Your energy can transfer to objects. It's really, really easy. So your job is to keep yourself clear and protected, and your job is to block shit out and do the same for your twin if they're not doing it for themselves already.
And what Dark's intent, what they want to do is they want to keep twins apart. They want to keep them from coming together. They want to do whatever they can to derail you or to lead you off your path.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's super important.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of dark karmics really mess with this moving away too. There's been a lot of that, like delaying things, making things complicated, messing with finances, like all this kind of crap. It's just part of it, right? Like it doesn't matter, but it really is creating a lot of issues for twins that don't know the difference, right? If you understand it, it's easy to move through. If you don't understand it, people are wondering, why is this so damn difficult? Well, there's other stuff involved. Influence is never fun. So there's that. Just be mindful. And go back to the other video. And if you don't know, the one about last one that we did about making sure who you're connecting with is holy. You can do this with people too. You can do this with healers. You can do this with readers. Psychics shouldn't matter. Anyone that you are associating with, they should be able to say, I praise Holy Father God 3 times. If they have a problem with that, that is a problem in itself. Just remember that. So yeah. And there's also certain things that they can't say. Like when she said, I won't do the God bless, that right there, turn around and run. Just be like, I'm out. I'm not doing it. So there's that. Does anybody else have anything to add? Is there anything we forgot?
I think that's enough ranting for one day.
Lee is in the anti-dark mood today.
I'm in a mood. So yeah, it's being taken out on Dark today.
Okay. Yeah. Jasmine's saying I was native at the time, or naive. I was desperate for help to know if this guy was my twin flame or soulmate or nothing to me. No, I totally appreciate it. We've just seen a lot of that. And I think that the reason that we talk about it and people are like, oh God, they're talking about dark again. Well, is your journey perfect? If not, why? I mean, really, do you really know what's going on in your journey? Do you even know if something's influencing your journey? Do you know if something is influencing your twin? We see people all the time going, why is my twin so quiet? Or why are they ghosting me or all this? And I'm like, well, are you really like embracing your connection with your twin? Is something influencing them? I mean, there could be a number of things, but it's our job and it's our responsibility to be in touch with everything that's happening. So one of those things is making sure that we're at 100%, meaning we have to keep both of us clear and protected. So it's just that. It's just a process. There's a lot of people that haven't heard about this stuff before. Jasmine, I'm like we're not trashing you or bashing you at all. It's like
No,
I totally get where you're coming from.
we've all been there. We've all, coming into this journey, we've all run around trying to look for answers. I know for me, I spent 2 years before I came into this group. I was looking for answers, looking for something to make sense to me. So we've all been there. It's just now that the truth of this journey, now that's where you can kind of know where to navigate and go from there and help your journey. But really, responsibilities of your twin, two things: keep yourself clear from dark, love your twin. That's it.
Yep. And then we're at 100%. We're high vibing, right? And then we can all do our jobs and we can rock on. But even understanding the clearing of protections, that's how to use your abilities. We all have abilities that are, some of them are unique to twins, like the flame. I mean, holy cow, embrace that thing, because I mean, when you look even in the Bible at how we're protected, it has to do with us embracing that. So clearings and protections, part of that is using your abilities. So there's that. Jasmine saying, the guy that I've been questioned randomly posted a poem towards me telling me to keep my thoughts to myself. And I haven't even met him yet. Yeah. The twins are so integrated. You literally are sharing thoughts all the time. If you guys have not embraced your actual connection, I recommend do it. It is so amazing. I mean, you're literally sharing thoughts. You're hearing each other. You're feeling each other. You can astral travel. You can have astral sex. You can, I mean, it's just a really, really interactive thing. Like there is really no such thing as separation if you understand how to embrace your actual connection. So it's pretty cool stuff. Jasmine saying, it's okay. Totally agree with everything you're saying. It's just a lot of people that don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Run to readers and psychic for clarity, but most of them aren't helpful. Yeah. Well, the problem is too, is their twin flames are actually really, really rare. And most of the community that's saying they're twins aren't, especially the ones in union, because they're not supposed to be in union yet. So, there's a lot of people that don't really understand they don't understand the actual connection, like all the ins and outs of it. They don't understand telepathy. They don't understand, like, how you're feeling your twin in every moment throughout the day, or you're grabbing their thoughts, or you're having their symptoms, or you're, picking up a sickness. Like I could get a cold, which means my twin's probably sick, or, you know what I mean? It's like, we're so connected. And unless you really experience this, you can't explain it to somebody else. You can't really, you have to experience it to understand it. So it's like things that most people, like, how many actual twin flames are like, oh, I knew about all this like 10 years ago or 15 years ago before I knew I was a twin? No, hell no. Nobody would have ever been able to explain this to you until you actually kind of like you moved into it. So yeah, there's that. Thanks, Leah. She's like, schedule a session with Lynn. There you go. Yeah, if you need help, we do sessions, but we also have the free group. It's in the description if you guys want to just jump in the free group like Jasmine did yesterday. Hey, Jasmine. And then also hit the subscribe if you guys haven't yet, but also hit the notifications, because a lot of times I'm just going to jump on here live when I have something to share. And if you don't get the notifications, if you're not subscribed, you're not going to know. Also, we are going to be putting the membership groups out, and you're not going to know unless you keep checking or you get a notification. So there's that. Very cool. Alrighty. Well, I think that's it. I don't have anything else, right, you guys? Unless you guys have something you want to share.
I think that's it.
Okay, we're in rare form today.
Yeah, enough for today.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys. And wait, here's a comment. We'll be back. Oh, very cool. Leah, thanks for this. Yeah, there's our memberships. Nita's like, you got it all. Okay. Yeah, we went a little overboard with the dark, but we're good. It's all good. It needs to be said. All right. Well, thank you guys. We will see you soon.